Hello, everybody. Welcome to Opening Up the Closet with Tripper. Opening Up the Closet. This is where I encourage people to go deep into their hearts, to go deep into their souls, into your unconscious mind, and just search, what it is that could be stagnating you, what it is that, could be making you behave the way you're behaving. Maybe you don't like it, maybe you feel like you have no control over it, but most times when we go back and just search, we will definitely find the thing that is stagnating us. It originates from very many different places. Some are childhood experiences, some are just learned behavior, some are just things that we have gone through in the process of growing up. So in our today's episode, I keep saying that I love talking with the teenagers, and I basically love doing this because teenagers are people who are in this process of growing up, finding out themselves, finding what they like or don't, struggling with identity crisis, just trying to figure out what their future is going to be. And after speaking to a few of them this past weekend, I realized that most teenagers just need to be guided. They need direction. Mostly, they are learning by observing what we, the adults, are doing. And we must agree that we have been so busy, especially if you are in Kenya and you're trying to grasp, what the economy in this country is trying to throw your way. It's been very difficult just trying to find a moment to sit with our teens and just talk to them and give them direction and just show them what's the best way to act, to be, and to find themselves. And so I think if we just found just a few hours within a week and just have a time for storytelling with them. When I say storytelling, it doesn't have to be once upon a time. It has to be just being friends with them and finding out what's going on with them and finding out what it is that they are thinking about, or otherwise we are leaving AI for them. And, they are growing up in whichever way the computer seems fit. So there are things that I say are a must, mandatory, like good manners. We need to teach our children good manners. We need to teach our teenagers good manners. Saying thank you, saying please. These are things that it feels really sad seeing teens who would even step on someone's foot and would never apologize because they do not know what that is all about. So life skills are very important. Let us just try and teach them. These ones will be their guide when they get out into the world. Remember, we cannot protect them forever. There is a point where we will leave them to the world and the world will take care of them. You wouldn't want the world beating up your child, left, right, square. You would want them to be able to know how to have negotiation skills, how to do critical thinking. You would want them to also know, just how to relate with people from every corner of life, every gender, and anyone in the society. The authorities, the government authorities, like even just their own, families when they find one someday, and also just themselves. They need to learn how to respect themselves. They need to know where to draw lines. They need to know their self-worth. We need to teach our teens some of these important life skills. And we are going to keep talking about this, about the teens and with the teens every day, as long as we realize that we are leaving them in the cold and they are finding out their own ways of trying to make life work. So spare a minute, spare a moment if you're a guardian, if you're a parent, or if you're just somebody who cares about any teen that you see anywhere. We call them also young adults. So let us be there for them because they are in this stage where they are very confused. It looks like liquid, it will only take shape after you pour it into a container. and it will stick there. So if you take your teen and pour them into struggle, into defeat, then that is where they're gonna be. But if you tell them how they can, formulate a thing and get out of situations or get into very good situations, then that's exactly what's gonna happen. So glad to be with you here today. Until next time, have a wonderful week.